Well, I have all of the seat panels. All of these panels now have been glued in place with Gel Magic, and then a series of 23-pin nails from my new gun. And now we're going to fill in some of these holes. Remember, we cut them out of parts, so we still had this part of the 2x2 to have to worry about. So you just, cut out some strips, and it's okay if they stand proud above the 2x2. When you put them on, you want to just make certain that it's flush on the bottom. Maybe just a 1/16 under, so you can give yourself something to sand down to. And then to finish out, like I said, we have this part up here, and then make sure you mark it as which way's up, which way's inside. And then we have this other piece here that'll go in below that, and there'll be glass that'll come up and around these edges. I'm pretty sure I'm going to glass it. I may not if I get a smooth enough edge, but I got a little bit of some gaposis in here that I'll fix up with the tape. Will cover that up. But the other thing is, because I had put in the fillets ahead of time on the centerboard trunk, the final full ones, I had to bevel this, but it fits in pretty nice. And by the time I get done, I finish with the epoxy, and I may put a little bit of fillet on the toe of this to smooth it out. I'll be okay. It'll look okay. If I'd been pre-planning, I would have probably just put some, now that I know, a smaller fillet around the daggerboard trunk to hold it in place. Put this in, and then go ahead and put in the full fillet all the way around. But let me go ahead and do that. And there's the one on the front, and these front and rear of the daggerboard trunk, and then there's one on the front of the leading edge of the aft seat. And basically there really isn't any more fabricating. We've already got the tops cut out, but I still have to mount those in the little filler strips because they weren't the full width. Pretty much all the fabrication of the boat is done except for the rudder and daggerboard, and that'll be a ways, and the mast partner, the arched mast partner, and that'll be a ways down the pike. So let me go ahead and Gel Magic up these pieces and nail them in place, and we'll go on with that. I don't think you need to watch me on that. The next big thing will be some taping and some filleting around the edges with wood-filled epoxy, or easy fillet if you get the System 3 stuff. So, okay, I've got all these little panels are in place now, and I've got them pinned in with my 23 gauge pin nailer. And the last time I was at Costco, or maybe a couple times ago, they had these blue shop towels on sale for, what was it? It seemed like it was 11 bucks. It was $5 off of 16 or whatever. They work really good for epoxy. They don't leave any residue behind on anything when you wipe it up. And then also to be sure to have some get one of those if you belong to Costco or any place else. Has some vinegar on hand to dribble on a cloth and clean up your hands in any place that you spilled. Watch out, it will discolor the wood. It'll kind of like bleach out the wood. So don't use it someplace where it's not going to be, if you're on your rails or whatever, don't put it on there after you stain them, because it will discolor it, even discolor the wood a little bit before you stain it. So keep it away from the work area, but it works great for cleaning the epoxy off your hand and cleaning the epoxy off the tools. So I'm going to start work on the seat tops, and we'll get back. Well, I've got all the seat parts cut out for the tops. I ran these now are 11-inch panels back through my bandsaw to trim up any waviness that were on the edge that when we cut out the panels. The good edge, I guess this would be the good edge, was the original edge on the plywood. So now that we've got this done, I mean the 2x2s are wide enough, I went ahead and took my rasp and came through and make certain that everything was level. This one was also proud, this back aft panel, and I went ahead and took my draw saw and lowered it down, and then rasped and used my little low angle plane, and I'll leave it there, you know what it looks like, to flatten it out. I wasn't going to leave it proud, but that was going to leave me a little bit more problems with fitting. So I've got that fit up, I've got my pieces, narrow strips that we can salvage from other, panels, and those are in. And then we got that one, and then a little scab. It doesn't matter for one piece or several, because this will get covered with the 3-inch glass tape, and you won't notice it. But there is one spot in here I'll show you that I'm going to have to use some blue tape to mask off the edge, where the rim of this 8-inch hatch will interfere with the glass. So I want to be certain that I cut the glass along that edge and don't try to overlap the that one spot of the rim over the glass, because then that'll distort it. Especially if you have the screw in or the quarter turn hatches, it'll put a little deflection in the top, and it'll make it difficult for those things to seat. I don't know if it'll be that much problem with these press out or pop out ones that I've got now, but I'm going ahead and set everything aside, mark it, and then give this thing a good vacuum. It's just full of it's pretty dirty right now. Well, so I got my epoxy coat on, and I modified my gel tube, or Gel Magic in the Utah tube. I put the mixer nozzle on, but I also added a little plastic tube, and I was able to whittle back the tip about another 1/8 of an inch, so I can slide this tip on a little farther, and I got a little spring wire clamp to hold it on place. So I'm going to use this to get in to some hidden spots to fill it on the inside of the panels. I had before filleted it on the outside with the Gel Magic as kind of like a jump stitch, and then put the easy fillet and then glass tape over. But since this time I'm just going to use the easy fillet on the outside, no glass taping around the seat panels, the 4.5 panels. I'm going to try to use the Gel Magic seaming on the inside to give it a little better seal, to keep stuff from getting in around the edges and the moisture from getting in the inside, in case there's condensation or leaks or whatever. So let me reset up and we'll get on with this. Probably just going to show a little bit, because once you see the technique you'll say, oh, that's the way you do it. So let me get on. Okay, let's get some stuff into the nozzle here. You can see how it's changing color, going from blue to the mix. Now, where are we at? There we go. It's coming out my tube. Okay, let's get ready. Okay, anytime. It's got a little more back pressure than normal, but probably going in the direction of travel is better than backfilling. Squeezes it into the hole. Okay, take off some of the pressure and put it someplace where it can drip. Time to get in the magic glove. Smooth it out. Perfect. Perfect. Now that we've seen that it works fine, I'm going to go ahead off camera and do the rest of it. It's just get in there and just keep squeezing away, and you can get into those little hard to reach places and put in a nice bead, and just use your gloved finger to pull it along and push it in. You can get a little better fillet if you're able to move it around and get it in, but some of these cross braces on the seat support are getting in the way, so it's just as easy to use the magic finger. So let me get this done and we'll come back.